So, how important is doing this Naam Simran that Gurbani is generally repeating and expressing again and again and again to do this Vaheguru Naam Simran? Why is it that Gurbani is telling us to do this? And what are the consequences if we don't do it? So, I want to just mention this today. So, the reason why Guru Sahib Ji keeps on saying, do this Naam Simran on a regular basis, do this Waheguru, come to the Gurdwara and do it. That's the best place to do it, where there's Simran going on a, say an hour, every hour, once a week, or whatever it is, that wherever you can find it. Or listen to it yourself and listen to Simran for whatever, 20 minutes in the day, in the morning, every single day without fail. Why is Maharaji telling us to how important it is to do this, and what consequences there are if we don't do it? So firstly, the reason why we must do this is because we must connect with Waheguru, we must connect with God, because He's the one who's created us and sent us here, and He's the one who's given us this life. So if you ask somebody what's it like to be dead and come back, they may tell you good things or they may tell you bad things, but when they come back, they'll be telling you, life is very, very precious. They'll be telling you, everything every drop of water you drink is priceless. Everything that you eat is priceless. Is everything, every moment, every second is priceless here on this planet. So we don't know this because this is all we know. Living here is all we know. So this is important. So Simran is really, really, really important, because Waheguru has given us all this without us asking for it. So it's a way of us. It's our duty. It's our duty to, without even thinking about it, to thank Him, to connect with Him, so that He can be with us in our lives, in good and bad, and bring Him into the forefront of your life. And it's our duty, because of everything that He's given us, because this thing that He's given, this life, this body, this soul that He's given, because of He's given so much. You can't measure the soul, you can't measure the body, how intelligent it is, and people are still trying to learn about the mind. They don't know anything about it. So this is a very complex creation, and the spirit. Nobody even knows about the spirit, and how 100 times and now 1,000 times more superior it is than the brain, and than the body. We still haven't discovered this yet, but He's given this. He's given all this. So at least it is our duty every morning to listen to His Simran and connect with Him, to say thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. And that's why Maharaji is saying do this Naam Simran, because he because it's our duty. He deserves it, that he deserves that we give Him this thank you. We connect with Him to bring Him into our lives, to acknowledge Him on a daily basis as the number one priority in our lives before doing anything. So it's that critical, it's that crucial. It's not like, should I do it or should I not do it? Or it is critical as if, like, say Waheguru decides to stop your breath, because it's for a little while, you won't be able to live. You'll lose everything, within seconds, within minutes. Everything will be gone. Everything. So this is how crucial Naam Simran is, and why Maharaj in Guru Granth Sahib Ji said it again and again and again and again, that do this Naam Simran, get into this Naam Simran. If you're a Sikh, get into it. Learn this, do this, practice this. It's your number one priority. Having breakfast is not your number one priority. That's feeding the body. First of all, you need to feed the soul, because you're the soul, not the body. First, you need to feed yourself. You're the soul. You're the body afterwards. So feed the body afterwards. First, feed your soul. Feed that first, and that's Simran. Simran feeds the soul. Okay, so that's the importance of Simran. And Gurbani has mentioned many good things and bad things that happen. Not good things. It's severe punishment. For those who don't do this, for those Sikhs, come to a Sikh family and you don't do this Naam Simran, Maharaj is trying to protect you from what's coming if you don't do this, if you don't have this in your life. what's coming for you ahead. If this is not with you, this is not just thank you and Vaheguru, it's not just your thank you, it's your protection from those things that will happen if you don't have this. And Mara just talked about those things that will happen if you don't have this. If you don't have this in your spirit, if you don't have this in your life, if you don't have this in your mind, if you don't have Vaheguru, this Simran, how, if you don't have it, it says, Prabh ka Simran gar bana bas hai. So he's saying this, that if you do this Prabh da Simran, if you do this Vaheguru da Simran, you won't come back into another body again. You won't have to live another life again. Because Vaheguru will just send you back and say, look, you didn't get it. You didn't understand it. You need to go back and get this again. But this time, you might not be human. This time you might be a lower life, and if you're lower life, and you won't be able to get it. So you'll have to go through all these other 184 million thousand life forms, whatever they are, before you come into your human form again. And for then you can have the chance again to get it. So this is the human body is the opportunity to get this, and how important it is to get this. The Gyanajis don't unfortunately tell you this thing, because the saints will. The saints know the bottom line message of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. The saints will tell you all of this. I'm not the saint. I've just spent time with the saints. They told us, so I'm telling you guys. So this is what this is about. So there's loads of things that Maharaj is trying to protect us from. And if you read the translation of the Sukhmani Sahib, he talks about how urgent it is to do this Naam Simran, and what happens, what you're being saved from if you don't have it. So I'm going to leave it there just for you guys to think about that one, and then I'll talk about this part again, what actually happened to a Singh who kind of was on his deathbed in our Mahapurushandi Sangat, in our Satsang, in Mahapurushandi Sangat, the saint, when I spent time with the saints, what he experienced, what happened to him, and I will talk about that in the next one. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.